Welcome all to Battlefront 2 Tips and Tricks with Max Colby. Today we take a look at Captain Phasma. First off, there are three main things you need to know when playing Captain Phasma. The first is bot utility and defense. The second, maximizing Phasma's health. And the third, using every offensive advantage available. The first one, dealing with bot utility and defense, largely becomes because Phasma is an exceedingly slow character. This lack of ability to retreat means that you need to be able to anchor with Phasma. You should stay near your teammates and play support, especially with the bot. The bot has the ability not only to shoot the opponent, but also to freeze them in place. This can be extremely useful, especially when you use the upgraded bot star card. In an emergency, you can use the bot to help watch your back. If you're alone, you can put the bot in a choke point and use it to help slow the offense and play even 1v2 or even 3 or 4 sometimes. Also remember, you can pick it up and move. Phasma is a very strategic character, and that means being able to recognize when she is needed elsewhere. One thing that many do not know is you can actually dodge force abilities. However, keep in mind that there is a notable dodge cooldown after your second dodge. This is especially helpful when you are near the bot with Captain Phasma. The only pulling force ability on the light side is Anakin's pull, which has a very clear, obvious animation. Once you have had practice avoiding it, the only thing you will then have to worry about is being pushed suddenly. If you are near your bot, you should try to avoid the force power by dodging towards the bot. This means, even if it hits you, they probably have to go through your bot to get to you, which is not easy, and Phasma thrives on close combat, which we will touch on in the third point. Part 2 is upon maximizing Phasma's health. This is primarily through using Phasma's Survivor ability, which complements her job as an anchor incredibly well. The ability to gain some extra health quickly is huge in any fight, but can literally make Phasma overpowered if done right. There are a couple cards which strengthen it, but which I strongly recommend using but are not required, those being Safety First and Not Hard Enough. These make Phasma's regular Survivor ability, which is already great, into a literal massive health gain. This is especially helpful since the ability has a reasonably short recharge time. Oftentimes, it feels as if the ability has just barely left when already it is ready to be used again. This can be made better in Galactic Assault and Supremacy still if one equips the Laser Wall Durability Star card, which does nothing at all like it sounds, as all it takes is 5 Staff Strike kills for you to permanently lower the recharge time on Survivor. Now, you are probably wondering what I meant in saying how to best utilize it. The simple way is of course waiting until you are under attack before using it at all, and done properly, every opponent who faces you will be discouraged by the sheer difficulty of lowering your health bar. However, if you get ganged up on, your host despite the help pretty much irregardless, so it still makes sure to be near a team player as much as possible. One special use of the health, though, is offensively against other blaster characters. If you see another blaster character, but are not currently fighting, first engage them and then activate the ability. While they are busy attempting to blast down your extra health, you can send a stream of bullets at them that will shred their health, especially if you get headshots. This takes us into our third point, maximizing Phasma's offensive abilities. Capitalize on all of these things together, and you can win with Phasma, even in 1v2 or worse scenarios, as shown here. Note how I am making use of the bot at a choke point and using every bit of cover available to me. In addition to this, since I am constantly under attack, pretty much, I am almost always using Survivor as soon as possible. However, it is also important to make good use of all of Phasma's offensive tools. The most basic is of course the blaster. It is a pretty standard blaster when all is said and done. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, nor does it break through lightsaber blocks particularly well. However, if a stream of headshots is applied, it can be a very deadly weapon. Hence it works best at close range, though it can also be used at mid-range thanks to its thermal scope. Keep in mind that after the initial few shots, it becomes more accurate with less spread. Probably my favorite offensive ability of Phasma's, though, is the bot. Very few people remember that it literally shoots lasers until it's actually shooting at them. In addition to this wonderful ability, it also freezes anyone who comes close to it. These are the reasons why upgrading the bot with the star card comes in so handy. It makes it virtually impossible to circumvent the bot, unless it is destroyed of course, which thanks to a large amount of health is very hard to do, especially if you are near it and putting at least some effort into guarding it. However, it ultimately gives a huge offensive advantage. For example, sometimes you can get an opponent low on health, but cannot finish them because someone else new is focusing you. If the bot targets the low health person, it can finish the kill while you fight the new opponent. This is just one example of the myriad of uses the bot can give. Another is that it can freeze multiple people at once, which can easily give Phasma time to at least threaten one, if not kill one, and then just have to find a way to do the same to the second. And though the freeze is admittedly not permanent, get good at dodging and using cover, and the bot will always have plenty of time to recharge and shock them again. Finally, the staff strikes. The staff strikes are very powerful close-range attacks. Be careful, as it takes them time to recharge, but if done right, you can inflict a lot of damage fast. Also note that the third strike can be used to knock an opponent down with no defense. If you accomplish this, you will easily be able to finish them with your blaster. It can also be made especially poignant when done in conjunction with the bot freeze. Note here that even Anakin Skywalker is put on his heels by the staff strikes, blaster, and bot combination. And now for some quick review. First off, make sure to be defensive. Use that bot. Play as an anchor character. Secondly, you're also going to want to utilize Phasma's health as much as possible, especially with Survivor. And finally, be offensive. Make the best use of your gun, of your staff, and especially of the bot. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone. If you like this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and tell me what I could do better. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.